increase. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of Legacy, where we talk about strictly PRP and male. Of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going down, fam?
You know it. We got a special guest in the building.
Man, hold on, bro. Nah, Mark and Will can't get a legend on the show. Even PRP, male show?
Yeah.
Nah, we can't do that.
No,
We blessed today.
Yes, we are.
We blessed today. We got my fam on here. Male High, Louisville football legend, Alvin Green. What's up, brother? What's going down?
Hey man, I'm just happy to be in the building, man. I see y'all posting everything, man. I was wondering when he's gonna call me and give me my chance to shine a little bit.
Hey, famo. The crazy thing is this. We basically on this show we try to go ahead and do the future, the present, and the past. Mm-hmm. So we was blessed with Ronald Howard, DB, active, you know what I'm saying? He'll be a senior, you know what I'm saying? Starts for male, like this, I'm saying. So he's like, man, let's get in the bag and see what we can get. I said, man, I think I may have a goodie. I might have Famo if we go ahead and join this and pull out a champion, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, and next week we're going to have PRP. We just go back and forth. Man, hey, thank you for coming on the show.
Yep.
Big time, all this kind of stuff, man.
Anytime, man. Anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, the crazy thing is this. You a double-double. You're a male legend, and you're a Louisville legend. Man, that's double-doubleness right there. I mean, for real, Mark and Will show going to bring y'all, like, for real. Like, my brother's on here, you know what I'm saying? Blessed for real. So, basically, man, one of the reasons why we have past players, we're talking about, it ain't just about football, basketball, it ain't just about males, it's about females, everything. If you like male PRP, holler at us, we're going to get you on here because you have a story to tell.
Right.
And I was blessed to be a senior when you was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? When you was a young pup. And able to go ahead and reach out to you, saw the stuff, you know what I'm saying, like that. But what we want to do is to dive into what made you the kind of player that you became. Okay, so could you go ahead and share to everybody, basically, like Little League? What did you play? Football, basketball? Because see, people may not remember. I know you was a hooper too. I remember that too. So like Little League, could you right now? Could you tell us about your Little League, man? What like mom, pops, uncle, whatever? How did that start? How did sports start for you, Abby?
Man, I loved basketball. I swore I was a basketball player. I was going to the NBA and all of that stuff. But I was an athlete too. I grew up, especially in the city of Louisville, we were very competitive. And that's what I teach kids nowadays, just to be competitive. I played for the Firefighter Raiders for a season. I didn't feel like that was my thing, so I stuck with basketball. I played in a lot of church leagues, a lot of middle school leagues. I did a lot of traveling with the basketball.
Okay.
Got to TMS, and I played for the Centurion.
Come on now. You know it's me, JCTMS. Yes, sir.
Yeah, got the JCTMS, and we had a combined team too. We combined with Barrett, so it was us and Barrett. And that's pretty much where you see all of your guys. Chris Redman played, Don Bibb, Trey kid.
Right. Bam.
Rashad Holman for the 49ers. He played. We had a whole bunch of guys that played that came out,
LeBron
and
don't believe.
we
Hey,
really followed in y'all's footsteps though.
but hold on, bro. Hold on. LeBron don't believe me, man. When I say like he tried to stump me and be like, "Hey, can you like is Bush is this?" I said, "Man, Mel is so rich, man. I'm like not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I can't rank it. You know, rest in peace, dad's deceased. I couldn't even like if I say somebody, I come over the crib, he'd be like, man, for real? Yeah, I mean, that's how rich that is. So you when you was at Centurions, was you basketball and football or just basketball?
But basketball and football.
Okay.
Played basketball and football, and then going in the Male, coming into the freshman, we were behind you guys. We got a chance to watch you, or John Move, and all you guys, man.
Okay.
Dion,
Yeah.
man, y'all can beat. So we learned. We came behind you guys and learned just how to compete and how to play and play on a higher level. And I was about to quit. You guys, it was that playoff game, man. Y'all lost to D Sales, I think it was.
And nobody be bringing no bad memories like that, bro.
And man, it was coaching though. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock a coach.
You said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I don't really. With me being a coach now, I don't not to knock a coach. I don't knock a coach. He picks how he picks, because if he picks a great play and it works, he's the greatest. And if he doesn't and it doesn't work, then he's but it didn't work. And so like they left. I was like, man, forget this. I'm a hooper.
First of all, I'm gonna slow you down because actually you hitting on a lot of stuff that I'm gonna drill you on and ask questions for. But you're absolutely right. On that level. But okay, so let me ask you this: like being a basketball player, football player, little league, like who was it your mom, your dad, your uncle? Who got you into sports? Let me ask you that.
Man, it wasn't really. I didn't really have I had my mom, my dad. I had a stepdad. My stepdad was here, but it was just more or less, man, my friends. I was sitting around at home, and
Yeah.
I don't mind get you in trouble.
Thank you.
So you know what I mean. So I just jumped into sports. I was just talking to my daughter about that today. We played everything, man. Everything was a sport, or everything was competitive. I mean, if the teacher said we're going to the water fountain,
It's
we
on.
was race walking to the water fountain. So you know what I mean? Like it was just more or less to keep us out of trouble, man. We played sports all of the time, and it just kept us out of trouble.
No, you right. You right. So as you morph in that, because Mark and I always talk about like things have changed. I mean, like we had a comment yesterday. His kids was 8 and then went back out and play, and I'm like, bro, that's what we did. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
bro, like lunch, dinner. Come on, it's still like, man, you had to be in when the street light came
for
on.
that street light.
Yeah, but you still was gonna play all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So as we went to as you went to Sturrians, JCTMS, and you go into Male, okay? So you go into Male. You was a basketball player and you played some football. You was a football player too. And it's funny because I tell this story, not that like, I remember, do you remember when, like, Male, what they do, when the freshman football team is over, they come up to varsity and practice. You know what I'm saying? While we like in the playoffs or different stuff like that. His freshman team was loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded. And Don and all them. Give some of these names on your freshman team, because a lot of Male people is gonna know it, of course, but University of Louisville is gonna know it. Tell some of the play, and I ain't saying like I ain't saying like everybody, but y'all had some bangers. Who was on your freshman team?
It was me, Don Bibb. He signed for U of L full ride. Chris Redman, quarterback, U of L, Baltimore Ravens, Atlanta Falcons. So man, it was we was loaded, man. We were loaded across the boards, man.
Loaded. But okay, so I remember y'all came up and we practiced. And I don't know if you was in a drill or something, man, and you wasn't feeling it. Maybe it was 7 on 7, 11 on practice. Because Alvin, like when what he just told you before the stuff, he thought he was a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin, like, man, I ain't trying to get hit out here by these cats. He was like, I'm gone. Am I lying?
Man, I was like Allen Iverson, man. I was like, practice.
He's like, dude, my sport is basketball. Like, dude, I'm
Yeah,
taking no headbutts to be no scout.
yeah.
Right.
So Alvin was like, man, we used to talk to Alvin like, come on, man. Hey, bro, you can do this too like this.
So basically, you played basketball and football. What drew you back into playing football? Because you became a great player at it. So what made you go back to it?
All right, that's one of my favorite stories, man. It's crazy because that's where I give Coach Redman a lot of the credit.
Hey, man,
And Coach
don't
Redman,
bragging about Coach Redman, man. Because, because Coach Red was supposed to come my senior year. People don't realize.
yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Okay.
after my freshman year, I was ready to quit. I was ready to hang it up. And Coach Redman come, they hired Coach Redman. He's walking through the school because he was the type to walk through the school and say, "Hey, are you gonna play football?"
Yeah, real deal.
So he's asking everybody. So he comes up to me and he was like, "You gonna play football?" I was like, "Nah, Coach, I'm a basketball player." He said, "Tell me." He said, "I've watched you play basketball." But you know, me and Kristen, we
Yeah.
played. He said, "Tell me a 6'2" center in college."
Ooh, he hit you with that.
And then he said, "You come play for me, you'll start both ways, and I'll make sure your mom ain't got to pay for school."
Woo!
That,
Woo!
that, that was all she wrote right there.
Good
I was
deal.
sign me up. So
That's crazy.
I had bought in because that was my main thing. I was talking to a kid today, and I was just like, "Man, we play sports because my parents couldn't afford college."
Yeah.
So that was gonna be my ticket into college. My ticket to go to college was gonna be sports. I didn't care what nobody said. You know, going to Male, of course, we had to have the grades.
Yeah.
So, but my ticket to go to college and get it paid for was going to be sports. And when he said that, I say no more. So,
But you know what? You know what happened, man? Right there, man. And that's why I like when you was a sophomore, I did some silly shit. I should have took some scholarships. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I burned that bridge. I didn't. I ain't gonna say burn. I just like didn't. So I was around to watch them play.
Yeah.
So I was there for Coach Redman's first year, and had my boys was on the teams and stuff like that. So watching that, man, and seeing that whole transformation. When I saw that first year, how he was like, man, hey, if you're a senior, good for you. I can't use you unless you a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw friends that, you know what I'm saying, like brothers that wasn't even getting the clock until like fifth, sixth game because he was like, let me get the young dudes up because that's what we're gonna win and we're gonna rock and roll. And I was like, dude, I can't. But you know what? So I'm like, damn, Ray, you doing like that? I went into the locker room, Coach Redman, because he was at Wagner, he was at Ballard, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, he don't know me. I'm walking in the locker room, man. They got music blasting and shit. We can have it. The whole culture changed. They had pizzas and shit. Like they had tacos and pizzas in the small gym. All this kind of shit. I'm walking through. I'm jealous. I'm looking out there, and I see Red. I see Red. Red said, Willie. I'm like, damn, he said, yeah. He said, hey, you be playing if you was here. Look, go on and get your pizza. Got you, coach. But he changed that culture, man, and that was great. So as you go from freshman to sophomore playing, tell people, because people like the University of Louisville people saw you as a tight end. Also, they forget that you was like a halfback or something like that your freshman year. Like, what was your position at Male? Because I was thinking, what, a receiver or something? But go ahead, what was your position? Because, Red's offense was different anyway, so.
Well, I played both ways. I played safety on defense, but I played what we call split end on offense. So we called it a split end. So I would go tight on some of the running plays, and then I would spread out on some of the pass plays.
Okay.
So he basically gave me my choice. But, most of the time on the pass plays, I was out wide.
Yeah.
And by me being that split end, it would create different one-on-one situations.
So, who was your running back? Do you remember who your running back your sophomore year?
My sophomore year, it was Ty Bradley, Ivan Lloyd.
See,
uh,
they was they junior?
Antoine Wordlow,
Junior.
Chris Pointer.
They
Yeah,
were juniors. So yeah.
yeah,
This is how loaded that team was, because they were sophomores. Like that crew that he just named, them were U of L players and stuff like that. Division I players that were sophomores.
yeah,
When I like no males, and I mean, hey, this is the show.
yeah.
Hey, always
You
loaded.
had
Yeah,
Ty Bradley, Devin
Todd.
Lloyd, Chris Pointer,
That's right.
Antoine Wordlow. They all signed with U of L,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we came behind them and signed with U of L.
Yeah, they was that class was basically junior, sophomore, loaded, man,
Yeah, yeah,
loaded. So that's like it was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all won the state championship. What was it? What year was? I mean, what was it? Senior, junior,
that was my junior year.
junior. That was too loaded. Because Alvin was
Yeah,
back 6'3",
yeah.
running back. Antoine
We had a
was another basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I mean, they had athletes all over the place. Chris Warner could run crazy DB. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, man. And it's so funny because you just remember, like, I remember these cats, sophomores, freshmen, all that kind of stuff like that.
yeah.
I mean, man, it's been tough, man. And it's like greatness is done. So you was able to play with some of the best at Male. From Redman and all this kind. Like I said, we just talked about a load of people. We talked about the people like with Don Bibb and everybody like that in your class. Man, the crazy thing is this: when you experience that and see that, because people don't understand. Like when you was a senior, show some love. Who was the young bucks underneath y'all that this carried the torch that you can remember, bro?
Oh man, remember we had Rashad Holman. He
Oh,
played for the
yeah.
49ers. We had Mark Miller. He was the All American track guy out of
Mark.
UK. We
He's
had
coming on the show. Mark. Yeah.
we had Tony Driver. You know what I'm
Tony
saying?
too.
Tony Driver. We had Trey Hackett.
That's
You know
right.
he
That was
signed with West Kentucky.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's up in Florida State now. Man, we were just loaded across the board. And we had man. It was LaCunta Farmer. He was with us.
See,
Uh,
it's so funny because, like, LaCunta's sister graduated with me. She was a basketball player, and I kept on, and I knew LaCunta because I was coming back and all this kind of stuff. What when you was a senior, what was he? LaCunta.
he was a junior.
Okay, so he's right there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we had Danny Mosby, Mo Money
And
at the receiver. You know what I'm saying? Brian Evans. So we was loaded, man. With Chris Redman. So I didn't leave out Chris. So we was loaded, man.
Hey, Chris, you better look at your messenger. Quit playing me. You know I want you on this show, fam. You better come on.
Well, man, he's a little busy, man. He's the president over at the Extreme. So
Oh, is he?
he's he's the
That's
president
right. He
over
did get that job.
Louisville Extreme.
Hey, look,
So we've been talking.
hey,
Man. He just started up. They're getting the season started up, man. I'm
you
gonna get him on here for you. I got you.
you tell him big bro want him on the show. You tell him
I'm gonna
big
get him
bro on the
for you.
show. So
I
okay,
got you, man.
so I know you do, Abby. So as we go through junior winning it, so senior year, now, you know what? You know how the market will. So let me ask you this: when you was playing at Male, because it's always that time. When do you think you are that dude? Because like I said, you was basketball until Red. When you say, you know what? Hey man, I can make a living off this for real. Like nobody can stop me.
I don't even remember, man. Honestly, I never kind of
We're
looked at
being
it
modest, Abby.
I never kind of looked at it like it, man, because it was so many athletes around us, man. We were just having fun because we was beating teams like 50 to nothing. Like we was scoring on defense, going on offense. So it was just really, man. It was really when the letters started pouring in around my junior year.
And
Letters just started
you
pouring in at the house.
he's being modest because I'm gonna tell you what. Because you remember when we played football, it was no running clock type. Like you was beating people like
Nah, Yeah.
85-0 and
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Like you played, it wasn't no like the 6. It wasn't no 6A and all. Like you was whooping people's ass.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah. We beat Eastern. We beat Eastern 80-7, man, and that was Coach Redman. But Coach Redman had us running out of bounds, man. The fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, man, we was just running out of bounds. We didn't want to run the score up because I mean, we honestly probably could have scored 100 points that day.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it
Yeah.
automatically. So okay, you go your senior year, and you're on that process like you're a recruited athlete, you're a well-known athlete. What schools were recruiting you?
I was getting recruited Florida State, Michigan, you know what I mean, Tennessee, Notre Dame. I had some schools come in that showed a lot of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Boston College,
Yeah,
U of L, of course, UK.
yeah,
So I had some schools. I took a visit to Michigan, took a visit in Florida State. So I had a few schools come and visit.
So why did you choose to stay home?
Man, I was a mama's boy, man. You know, I just really wanted my parents to be able to travel and see me play. They didn't miss a game in high school. My mom and my stepdad didn't miss a game in high school. They was out there. So I really truly wanted them to go and be able to travel and see me play. And also I wanted to play for a school that was really mainly a passing school.
yeah, yeah,
Like you go to Michigan, they know they was pounding the ball back when I was in high school. You
yeah.
go to all of them schools, they weren't really passing the ball, and I wanted to be, a passing receiver, and also I wanted to play early. Didn't want to go red shirt and then not play because you go to a lot of these schools, man. You'll get to play your sophomore, junior year. I wanted to play right away, so I stuck I winded it down to U of L, Boston College, and UK, and
Yeah.
I chose Boston College was a little too far, so I chose U of L.
But let me ask you this: like we sit off basically, you know what I'm saying. This show is also to like let these athletes that's coming up uh, know how hard it is and like what you put in. Like, what did you do like off season to get you prepared? Like, and so I mean, because like I said, the difference is that like you was an athlete, you played basketball, you did stuff like that, and you know other stuff, other sports you did. But like, if you can take us like a little journey for them to like know like what you did to get where you were. You know what I'm saying? High school. We're gonna hit college, but I want to let them know like high school because like a lot of they have a lot of opportunities now, way more than what we had, way more. But you had to put in that time and do different stuff. So off season, what did that look like for you, man?
Well, I mean, there really wasn't an off season.
Dude,
I was always, I mean, if you're going to be an athlete, it's similar. I teach my kids it's similar to being like if that's what you want to do for a living, or if that's what you want to do for a job, you put in 8 hours a day at your job. You got to put in 8 hours a day in this athletics. If you're not putting in 8 hours a day, you are not going to make it. Period. Point blank. There's going to come a point where you're going to reach a ceiling. So but in high school, man, it was more or less just sleeping, eating right, and sleeping, getting sleep. As a young kid, you got to go to sleep. These kids today stay on the phones and they're up all night. They're on the video games.
yeah.
And you got to get out.
They don't know about that
And then
rest.
also, Willie, we was never out of shape.
Nah, you just kept
So we was
kept going.
always ready. You stay ready, then you ain't got to get ready. So that was just the main thing, man. We did a lot of running, a lot of cardio, a lot of running. Coach Redman had us running.
Yeah.
Even to the point of where in the off season he would throw the basketball out on the court and say, "Y'all got to play full court basketball." So,
Cardio, baby. Yeah.
and he said, if you're not running track, then you're going to be in here hooping. If I don't see you hooping, then you're going to run track. So either one.
Whew,
So
that's what I'm talking about.
we ran track. I ran track a little bit. I ran track some, but we also just played. But we was always active. So and then like I said, there was never off season. He had us in passing league. We was in 7-on-7. We would go up to Illinois. We would go down to Tennessee. So we was always doing something, man. There was no off season. So it wasn't no laying around doing nothing ever.
I love that though, Ab, and I love that because that's how we was brought up. You see what I'm saying? Like you always did something.
Yeah.
You did not. A parent didn't have to say, you know what, put that joystick down and get out. Man, we was like, man, that's like leisure. That's like I
Right.
play basketball all day. Even if you was not a basketball player, you played basketball all day. Football, you was doing tag, you was running, you do whatever. You were active, no matter what. And then, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see this. Okay, Pac-Man. Other than that, you know, it's like all that kind of stuff. So as you did that, so now you got you made your decision to go to the University of Louisville, and this is why I call you Mr. Double Double. Now we call somebody single double.
We ain't talking about him right now.
Draymond Green, he's single double. We call you double double because you was able to do in high school, and you did it to a ridiculous level at University of Louisville. So you're there. Who was your coach at Louisville?
My first 2 years it was Coach Ron Cooper.
Cool.
And then my last 2 years was John L. Smith.
Yeah. So as you go from high school to being a freshman at Louisville, could you explain that transition? Because like some people think, I made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got to keep on. Like, how was your senior going into the freshman? How was that? Can you describe that to people, man?
It was crazy. It was almost I was almost like a deer in the headlight, similar. I tell kids all the time, college, if you can't handle conditioning in high school, college will change your life. You will lay on the floor and you will question life decisions. Like, is this really what I truly want to do?
Right.
Like,
that's good shit.
I mean, I was sore from the tip of my toe to the top of my head. Ice baths when them ice whirlpools became my best friend. So it was definitely a culture change and a culture shock to where it was like, man, you literally have to be in shape. Like, if I wasn't in shape, like, I could see, I watched a whole lot of guys, a whole lot of young men go home. They packed it up. It wasn't for them, and they went home. So any kind of college sports, period. But college football definitely was. It was crazy, man.
Total different beast. Total different beast. The crazy thing is this. So your freshman year at University of Louisville, they had you the correct position. Was it halfback? What was it? Because they listed like halfback.
It was a fullback.
Fullback. That's what I thought. Because I remember Illinois. I remember other games. You kind of flanked as a fullback and all this kind of stuff. So what made them say? I know as far as your hands, because I knew you had great hands on this kind of stuff. So, how did they say, okay, you know what, Evan? Let's move you to tight end, tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, how was that conversation? Like, was that, I mean, I know you was a pass catcher regardless, and Male and all that kind of stuff. Like, was that something that you went to the coach, or did they was like, you doing that?
Well, yeah, I remember we was playing with Coach Cooper. I was a fullback with Coach Cooper. So it was a similar mismatch. It was the original H-back. It's what back then they just didn't call it the H-back.
Exactly.
It was the original H-back. So I would come in motion and I would create mismatches with the linebackers and safeties.
Okay.
Well, when Coach Coop got fired and they brought in John L. Smith, what a lot of people don't know is his offensive coordinator was Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
So Bobby Petrino, they had a one-back system, so they only had one back there, whereas Coach Coop had two backs. They had a one back, so that's when they moved me to tight end.
Was Leroy Collins when you went? Yep.
Yep.
He was, no. See, y'all don't know. Leroy Collins, man, boy, too.
Yeah, we had Leroy Collins. We had Darnell. What was Darnell's name out of Lexington? I can't think of his name. Darnell. Can't think of his name, but we had Frank Moreau. So we had
Big Frank.
So we had some ballers back there, man. We had some ballers back there.
So when you go ahead.
So they Coach P moved me to tight end, and it basically created the same mismatches. I was able to get one-on-ones against linebackers and safeties, use my size, my speed. So he just created the. Coach P was a heck of an offensive coordinator. He's probably the best that I don't play with.
That mind is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mine is ridiculous. And people, you know what I'm saying? I don't care exactly. I mean, things happen and all this kind of stuff like that. But his mind was ridiculous. And so you had the luxury. Now, Now, not people have many luxuries to say, okay, I'm gonna be balling with the same dude who was throwing the ball to me in
Oh
high
yeah.
school. So the
Right.
chemistry is there.
That was middle school, man. We've
I
been
mean,
playing
yeah,
together.
all that. And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
with basketball, like,
yeah,
because Chris played
yeah,
basketball too, so I know what you're gonna do. I know everything that we know what's going on.
yeah,
So
yeah, man.
that was beautiful. And so my thing is this: so when you're flanked out, basically as a tight end, let's say, or whatever, now you have like I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked when he was at Male.
Mhm.
When did you know when you was at U of L you that dude? Because now you hold on, throw the stats out. Wait a minute. So you try to be modest. Throw these stats out, man.
You want to start this 97.
Yeah.
97, he had 731 yards, 8 touchdowns. 98, he had 884 yards, 12 touchdowns.
Fam eat. Fam eat.
99, he had 680 with 8 touchdowns.
Fam eat, man. Fam eat. Fam eat. So when did you say, oh man, Chris,
At tight end.
Chris,
That's crazy.
all day?
It was definitely that look in the huddle, man. There was definitely a couple looks in the huddle where I was like, "Chris, you better throw it to me. Don't throw it to nobody else."
Who was y'all receivers, man, at the Ville, man?
Hey, man, we were so loaded. I'm talking about, man. We had Arnold Jackson.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had we had Charles Sheffield. We had Lavelle Boyd. We
Woo.
had Brian McDonald. He ended up playing for the Philadelphia the Eagles.
Yeah.
Man, we was loaded, man, across the board.
Man, when that stuff spread, like when it went to Bob Petrino and everything was like spread with that stuff.
Right.
Oh man, that was great. I ain't gonna lie. So as your career's winding down at U of L, and the next chapter is NFL pro. So who'd you get drafted by, or who'd you sign with out of U of L?
That was one of them crazy ones, and I talked to a lot of kids about this. I do a lot of speaking. I made some choices, and it ended up costing me my draft. Right, but I ended up getting picked up by Indianapolis. So I played, man. I caught some balls from Peyton Manning, and played with Marvin Harrison and Edwin James and them guys, man. So I ended up playing with them. I ended up coming out of college. I also played in the Senior Bowl and the East West Shrine Bowl. I played with Brady in the East West Shrine. So I got a chance to play with some great guys, man. So
Yeah.
ended up panning out pretty good.
But and as you speak on that, man, because the great thing is that you're still involved into sports. Will you let people know exactly like what you're doing now with sports and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I've been involved in sports for a long time. I have 5 kids, five girls.
Hold on. Now, don't. We gonna get to them.
Okay.
We're gonna let you shine on the family. Don't get there.
What am I doing now?
Yeah. Yes.
I just jumped back in. I'm the assistant athletic director at Central High School.
Whoa. Okay.
And I just took the O-line coaching job last year for Central.
Mm.
Damn, man. How do you?
Oh, wow.
Damn, man.
Wow.
I mean, it might be some people know that, but hey, we didn't know that. But it's good though.
Yeah,
It's good.
I did it below the radar, man, and I still help out with camps. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, jump out when I can. But a lot of it, and you said you're gonna touch on it. A lot of it is with my kids. So.
I'm gonna get. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there for real. Believe me, because there's nothing that does me even that like the guys I know who I call my fam is doing such great work. Not just like what they did, like with their families and all this kind of stuff. So hey, believe me, that's one of the things I told Mark. I said I'm so happy, like what I'm saying, with the lineup, the people that we got coming on the show, that everybody they give back, but also their family is full. Family over everything. Take care of business. So go ahead.
I also coached a little bit. I coached a little bit at the Fly J Rams. So I gave back there. I coached there for about 5 years. So I ended up giving back over that way, man. And I still talk to them guys, give them tips, pointers. I still speak at banquets and any chance I get to talk, I talk. That's why when you called me, I was like, oh yeah, especially my buddy. I got to call my big bro, man. I got to call him.
But I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you
man.
what now because we got some other stuff. We all do some other stuff. But now I want you to. This is the opportunity to go ahead and tell it your family life, man, because your daughters, your family. Hey, man, things is going great. So go ahead. You got it, brother.
Man.
Brag about your family, man.
Well, I got 5 beautiful daughters. Yeah, 5 daughters. No sons. 5 daughters, man. I wake up every morning and I ask for forgiveness, and he said, "Yeah, right. Keep going." But I got 5 beautiful daughters, man. I got my oldest daughter. She's a nurse, and got two of my grandkids, and one on the way. So I'm a granddad as well. Then I got another daughter just graduated from EKU. She's a psychologist. She got married. She lives down in South Carolina.
Okay,
But then my three youngest, they're the athletes. So I got one. She's six. My middle one, she's 6'3". She signed with the University of Cincinnati to play basketball, and she transferred to EKU with the U of L assistant coach. So she's
yeah,
playing up there now. I got another. Then the one after her, she's playing basketball down at Russ College, HBCU,
okay.
down in Mississippi. And then my youngest, she's 17. She's a volleyball player and a track runner over
Woo,
at Central High School.
okay.
That's what got me. That's what got me at
So
Central. She
that's
can hoop too.
what got you there, bro. I knew something
Yeah, that's what
had
got
to
me at
lure you,
Central.
man. Yellow
I'm
jacket.
one of them loyal. I'm one of them loyal parents. So
Nah.
Nothing wrong
You
with
yeah,
that.
ain't nothing wrong with that. We know
volunteering,
we know that H is there, but yeah, you got to do
yeah.
that.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
Volunteering turned it into a job. It turned it into a job, and it's working out because I get to take some of the stuff that I learned at the H, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, where being competitive and just doing this all year round and moving it over there. We got a great coach out of Louisiana named Marvin Dantzler, and he's doing some major stuff. So I know y'all know it's PIP and Male,
But
but you know
no.
what
But
I'm saying?
you're good because hey, you're good like that. But you know what? Because I don't know if like we went to the showcase,
Mm-hmm.
the one that was at Kentucky State.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yep,
I know
yep,
you had several players and all this kind of stuff.
yeah.
And so, like, we always tell people, like, yes, this particular show is for Male and PRP, but basically, I mean, you see my Facebook posts and everything. Hey, man, people got athletes, daughter, son, whatever, do some stuff. Hey, we all for the youth. We want everybody to be exposed. As long as you got the grades, do what you got to do. We'll try to get them on the show. We try to go ahead and tweet whatever, film and all this kind of stuff. So, hey, brother, you ain't good. It ain't no problem with that, man. So, I mean, it was news breaking that you're at intro, but that's okay.
Everybody says that too. Everybody says that, but it's new, you know. It's new. But
Yeah.
getting my feet wet because I didn't think I would be interested in coaching honestly right away because I did a lot of my training for my girls. I do their weightlifting, I do their conditioning.
Okay.
Like me and my daughters, we were hitting the hills since the 8th grade. So from 8th grade on, for I guess about the last 12 years, man, I've been doing a lot of their training, a lot of their one-on-ones on the court, and just making sure they were in shape and had the grades and everything else to get to college so they can experience some of the things that I've experienced.
Man, that's you know what, and right there, man, it's so that's yeah, like you said, that's dope because being a former athlete in high school and college and played some pro, you know, like this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it.
Right.
So, man, that's great stuff. And also, I'm glad. You know, I wish you was at the H, but I'm glad that you're able to talk to these other young athletes. Hey, man, come on, let's rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, man. And so, hey, man, that's greatness, for real, man. And so, and that's why we have like you on the show, and we're gonna have some other ones like, hey, man, what's going on now? How the family, what's that family looking like? What's going on? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? And so like a lot of stuff is not covered. Like you hear right, you know, Alec, he was, well, Allen is still great.
Oh
Allen
man,
is still doing great things. You see what I'm saying? So like, let's not that sugarcoat. Like he was, no. He's just a grown man that's doing.
right.
His
There
daughters.
comes a time you got to hang it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweeping stuff under the table. Yeah. Alvin was great in this, but he's also giving back to his community still. You see what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Being on the Mark and Will show, there's other stuff we do on this show. I don't know if you watch the show. You might not, and that's okay, bro. But I got something for you now. I'm great. Bring up a new scene. I'm great. I'll bring you back on here. So, but we have something special for you. Okay. So this whole tight, brother. This whole tight.
You got me nervous. You got me
No,
nervous
I ain't
now.
got nervous, brother. I'm just gonna bring you on here. Hold on. I got to do my options. So basically, Adam, we have a thing on our show. It's called Hall of Fame All Pro Starters. Basically, you ranking them 1, 2, and 3. You play tight end. So, let me scoot this on up. Let me put this over brother's head and my head right there. So that it look like something. Hall of Fame All Pro Starter. Grunt, Kelsey, Kittle. Who's your Hall of Fame, meaning number 1? Who's your All Pro 2? Who's your starter?
A Hall of Fame, of course, it's gonna be Gronk, man. You know what I'm saying? Gronk, Hall of Famer. He's a gamer. I love his game. He's a dog. He's one of them dogs we always play with.
Yep.
All Pro. I'm gonna probably go with Kelsey, and then the starter's gonna be Kittles.
Yeah. Nah, but see, you know what? See, because Adam's long in the tooth like us, well, like me, not like you. Because most young people like, but Gronk he ain't like he used to. That kind of stuff, and this is based on pro. So right. So
But Hall of Fame, that ain't right now. That's the length of your entire career.
Exactly. No. You hit it right.
Where
you hit it right.
Gronk, man, Gronk is a beast. He's still a beast.
Yes, he is.
Because
his mentality and everything else, man.
Because like we try to preface this talk to everybody so they know it, is that all 3 of them gonna be Hall of Fame eventually.
Exactly.
So we're just basically ranking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like what the hell you think and all this kind of stuff. So, but that was the appetizer because that was easy. That was easy, bro. For real. I got something for you right now, man.
I feel bad for you for this one. Jesus Christ.
Close your eyes, man.
Hey, cause this is gonna be this ain't right here.
Close your eyes. Let's get it, Adam. Let's get it. Hall of Fame All Pro Starter. Now, for all the U of L fans that's on here, now this is based on U of L. This ain't based on pro, because all of them pro.
Right.
But this is it. Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson, and our dog, Chris Redman. This is based on Louisville, baby. Hall of Fame All Pro Star. I already know what you're going to say off the top. I already know. But I had to hit you with this, but I still know what you're going to say. So let's bring it. Let's bring it home. Hall of Fame All Pro Starter album. Teddy Bridgewater, Lamar Jackson, Redman, based on University of Louisville. Let's get it.
Man, that's hard, man. That's hard. Man, you put me on the spot. Hey, man, I might not. I'm kind of mad now.
Come on,
man. Messed up the connection. Can y'all hear me? Hear me? Hey, man, I'm a little nervous. Well, with Lamar winning the Heisman and everything, man, you know what I'm saying? That right there is it's gonna have to put him a lot as a Hall of Fame if I had to choose one. They're all 3 Hall of Fame, of course.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go. I'm not only is he my brother, but he's got the best numbers passing wise, just quarterback numbers in the history of U of L.
Period.
So I mean, if I can't do a tie for Hall of Fame, he's definitely gonna be All Pro, Chris Redman.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come back with Teddy B.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, man, when I made that, a tear came to my eye because I was thinking, this right here, this ain't.
Yeah. But like I said again, man, numbers wise, man, Chris Redman.
Red is the dog. Numbers wise, Red's the dog. Red did some shit. Woo.
Jackson changed the game though, so what I'm saying, man.
And then, but
I got to give props where props is due.
But also, like you said, man, you get that Heisman, that's kind of self-explanatory, like that.
That changed the game.
Changed all this stuff like that. So, hey, man, it's been a pleasure having you on this show. If something you need to get off your chest, if something you want to talk about, if something you want to advertise or whatever. If you're doing something else you want to talk about, if you want to if you want to thank the coaches that are the family members that brought you to what you are, man. Hey, hold on, the floor is yours, brother, for real, for real. And hold on, I kind of did this last week with the youngin, so I'm gonna do this with you too. So we gonna go on and do this right now, and we show love. It ain't gotta take 10 minutes, but whatever you gotta talk about, it's the floor is yours, brother.
So I ain't even gonna be the original, the Ivan I am, because I love to talk. So I'll talk like Jeff. Like we can do this. We can do this podcast all night. We can do this show all night. I talk to y'all all night. But I just want I thank my kids, man. They're my batteries for real. They the ones that keep me going. They're my motivation, man. My daughters, God gave me the greatest gift ever. So I just want to, my daughters just keep pushing me, keep me going. My mom, of course, you know what I mean. She was at every game. My homeboy, my best friend since we was little, Don Bibb.
Don Bill.
Yeah, man, we played. We've been playing together forever, man. And had he not got injured in U of L, he'd be in the pros
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, he was cold.
But I'm gonna go ahead and plug y'all, man, because growing up, coming up, Will and all of y'all, man, y'all the one that took us under our wings, man. Y'all taught us the ropes, taught us the game, taught us how to be competitive. We watched y'all for years and learned. That's the reason why when Coach Redman came in there, he knew who y'all was.
Yeah.
Because again, that all that was coaching, keeping it 100% real.
Oh,
Y'all had
honey.
if y'all had Redman, y'all had
Oh,
Redman, y'all had a ring on y'all's finger too.
yeah, you're
So
right.
again, Coach Redman, of course, he's like a father to me. I
Red.
wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for him. And man, and this God, man, God bless me. God bless me with the talent and an ability to get my school paid for
Yeah.
and some bonus stuff to where, man, life is good. So if it wasn't for athletics, man, and the gift that God gave me, I don't know where I would be at. I see a lot of my friends who are in some trouble now, or in situations where they have regrets
Yes.
Right.
and some bad regrets. So that's my main thing. And then the last thing I want to tell the youth, man, just make sure y'all doing everything y'all can. If I tell you to do 10 things, if your coach is telling you to do 10 things and you do 9 of the 10, you're not gonna make it. So I'm just telling you, do what you got to do what you're supposed to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do in life.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm able to do pretty much what I want to do in life because of the work I put in the beginning. So God is good, and I'm just thankful that I got friends like y'all, man, just to have some
Hey,
fun with afterwards, man.
you know what, man, and anytime, brother, you know how I mean, anytime you want to come on here, not even just this platform, just the show. Pre, you want to talk about how you doing in Central? Because, like I said, we kind of like we got a lot of different stuff we do. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We do the regular Mark and Will show. We do the Champ to Champ, which is Dallas.
All day,
All right.
yeah,
You know what I'm
all
saying?
day.
All that kind of stuff. We do Bird's Eye View when it's look like have you on the show. I had a battle with myself. Should I do the Bird's Eye View or should I do the Male? But I'm like, nah, I want to do the Male going up and all this kind of stuff. So that, we got different stuff that we do. And I'm going to tell you what, man, anytime you want to come on here and talk about like I said about Central, what you're doing with coaching and all that kind of stuff, we welcome it because we're not like this is just one show that we do.
Right.
It ain't like we talk about high school sports and all that kind of stuff. Period. So please believe me. Anytime you want to come on here and talk about Central or football, brag about your daughters, whatever you got to do. If you see some stuff about football, if you want to come on the Bird's Eye View, which is solely about U of L sports, definitely that, man. I mean, it's just I'm just humble enough to really appreciative to have you on the show. You took the time, you know what I'm saying, and man, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. This is why we was together and wanted to do it because people don't hear the stories. People don't know what Avin went through or
Right.
what was growing up and what his thought process was and all the kind of stuff like that. They just know the stats and stuff. We want to make sure everybody knows, hey, this man, this is what he had to do. This is what he thought. This is what's going on. This is how he's teaching today's youth. This is how he's teaching his daughters. You know what I'm saying? Take care of his family and all like that, man. So, hey, man, we appreciate you big time for being on the show.
Oh man, thanks for having me, man. And I just want to say it's not necessarily that who I was or what I played or what or the numbers that I did. It's the fact that you know what I'm saying, Will, I'm your little brother,
Mm-hmm.
and we're family.
Yeah.
So you got a little brother. You say, hey man, go get me some water or something. Your little brother got to go get that water,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is. So I never looked at it as I'm just this guy who I was blessed to make, and do some major things.
Yeah.
But I'm your little brother. So anytime you hit me up and you was like, hey man, I want you on the show, I'm not gonna say no. You are my family, man. I love you.
Yeah.
And that's just how we came up in May. You know
That's
what I
how we
mean?
came up
We
with
was
that.
all family. To
Yeah.
where, man, we'll go to bat to where I can get you the male guys you need, anything you guys ever
I know you
need.
can't. I know you can't, little bro. I know you got me, little bro. But also,
Anything you
but hold on. I would not be who I am if I didn't say this. First of all, also, you and I also share a common brother. I used to call him Lonnie. You call him,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Lonnie. My
Lonnie.
brother Lonnie.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
Shout out to you,
yep.
Lonnie. Big time, man. I ain't seen him in and all that kind of stuff like that, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to you.
man.
For real.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Lonnie and his
And
brother
Aaron.
Aaron. Yep.
Aaron. Okay.
Aaron.
Well,
Yep.
it's a connect. But man, hey man, like I said, man, we appreciate you. Thank you. And you know I'm gonna hit you up.
Hey
Come on,
man.
bro.
Anything you
And
need,
that's
man. I got some different ideas and stuff, man, that you guys,
okay.
that'll you know what I'm saying, that'll help you guys or just whatever. Be some extras for you guys too, man. I got like some ideas you guys can expand and do some other things too, man. So
Oh,
anything you need, man, just let me know and we'll talk off the scene.
we will. We definitely
Appreciate
will, without a doubt, for real, for real. So, hey man, first of all, y'all know how we do the show. And big shout out, Adam Green, Louisville legend, Male High legend. Time like that. And hey, people didn't think we could do this. People like, man, y'all sit there, y'all this bullshit, y'all do all kind of stuff. But we always hit them with another banger. Always. So, hey, man, big time shout out. All we do is do this stuff. This is what we do. It's a living. We love the sports. We love to give back to community. And Abin Green has blessed us today. And, hey, we out of here.
Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will show. It's the Mark and Will show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.